Gautama Buddha once said that the human body holds the secret to good health. Therefore, one should not dwell on the past or worry about the future. True wisdom lies in living honestly in the present. However, most of us struggle with this because we are often consumed by our past mistakes and anxious about the future. The future may bring uncertainty, but it is essential to live in the present. If you can focus on the present moment, your mind and body will become healthy, free from the pain of the past and the worry of the future. The breaths you take in the present will bring you joy and happiness like you have never known before. If you believe in the teachings of Buddha, listen carefully to the following story, which offers wisdom on how to leave behind the past and future and embrace the present. Rohan's encounter with the Buddhist monk. Rohan, a man filled with sadness and turmoil, sat on a rock on a mountain, crying. As he wept, a Buddhist monk happened to pass by. Seeing Rohan's distress, the monk approached him and spoke. Rohan, in his sorrow, said, "If you think I am here planning to end my life, you are right. But what difference does it make to you? It's my life, and I can do what I want with it." The Buddhist monk replied, "If you're still hesitating to take action, then what good is it to sit here crying?" This angered Rohan, and he snapped at the monk. "Respected monk, whatever I came here to do, I will do. But I don't need your interference." And with that, he began crying uncontrollably. The monk gently asked, "Have you left everything behind? Have you brought anything with you?" Rohan, in a low voice, replied, "I have left everything behind. I have nothing to lose. What's the point of living if I have nothing left?" The monk, with a calm expression, said, "If you have nothing left, then why are you carrying this burden on your shoulders?" Rohan was confused and asked, "What burden do I carry? My hands are empty and I have nothing." The monk observed Rohan and replied, "Even your breath is not flowing properly. You've come here to end your life, but a person with nothing to lose would never cry like this. Why are you crying?" Rohan, now even more frustrated, demanded an explanation. "What do you mean?" he asked. The monk said, "Have you ever looked within yourself? How much emotional weight are you carrying? How long will you keep these burdens on your shoulders? Unload them and lighten your load. How much longer will you allow yourself to be trapped by your past?" As Rohan heard these words, a realization struck him. He fell at the monk's feet and, with hands joined, said, "Buddhist monk, no one has ever understood me like you have. Many people have come and gone, but no one ever spoke to me this way. You've understood me better than even my own family. Can you help me?" The monk asked, "What is the problem?" Rohan replied, "The problem is at my home." The monk, with a knowing smile, said, "The problem is not at your home. The problem lies within you. Have you ever looked within? As long as you don't solve the problems inside you, you will continue to see problems everywhere. If the problem is at home, why are you on top of this mountain? If you've left everything behind, your home, your family, then your problems should have disappeared too. Why are you still troubled?" Rohan, taken aback, said, "Monk, you are right. The problem is within me. I'm incapable of doing anything right. Whenever I try, I fail. Everything I touch turns into a mess. I have bad luck." The monk smiled and asked, "What is wrong with your luck?" Rohan began to explain, "I wanted to start a business, so I borrowed money from my family. Initially, the business was doing well, but then I faced losses. My family, who had supported me at first, grew angry and distanced themselves when they saw the losses. I wanted to succeed for them, to provide them with comforts, but they couldn't understand me. They blamed me for everything." The monk listened patiently and then asked, "Rohan, do you see? Your luck is not bad. It is your perspective and your burdens that weigh you down. Until you let go of these emotional burdens and learn to live in the present, you will remain trapped in your suffering. Through this encounter, Rohan learned that the key to peace lies not in external circumstances, but in letting go of emotional baggage and living in the present moment. Rohan felt he had made a mistake by starting a business with a friend. However, his friend's business was thriving. Every time his friend visited, he boasted about how successful his business was, how he had built it from the ground up through hard work, and how he had taken it to great heights. This made Rohan's family compare him to his friend, saying, "Look, he's a true friend. He's achieved so much, while you have caused us to lose the money we invested." Their constant criticism made Rohan feel worthless, and their taunts caused him great distress. In an attempt to prove himself, Rohan took out a loan and started a new business. But, despite his efforts, it failed. His situation worsened, and now his house was even mortgaged. At his breaking point, Rohan turned to the Buddhist monk and said, "What should I do now?" The monk asked, "Do you know why your friend used to come to see you?" Rohan replied, "Yes, I know. He came to belittle me, to criticize me in front of my family, and to show how much more successful he was. He wanted to make me feel inferior, to make me sad." The monk then asked, "Did you truly feel sad when your friend succeeded in his business?" Rohan admitted, "Yes, I felt sadness when he succeeded and my business failed. It hurt me and I became envious. I regretted my decisions and suffered because of it." The Buddhist monk replied, "So, would you be happy if your friend's business collapsed? If he failed, would you feel better?" The monk smiled and continued, "This means your happiness depends on your friend. If he succeeds, you feel good. If he fails, you feel good. You have become a slave to your friend's actions. This is the problem. Your happiness and your suffering are in the hands of others. You are no longer in control of your own emotions. Until you stop relying on others to determine your happiness, there is no real solution." Rohan, desperate, asked, "Please, don't say that, monk. I have hope in you. You understand my pain. You know what I'm going through. Please, give me a solution." The monk replied, "When we depend on others, attaching expectations to them, we relinquish control over our own lives. If I don't show you a way forward, you'll continue to be unhappy, crying like someone who is sick. But if I guide you, you may find a path to resolve your issues. Remember, the friend who came to your house to talk about his success, he is telling you the truth about his struggles. He is sharing his journey with you. You can either use that experience to learn and grow, or you can let it breed envy." Wisdom lies in learning from others' experiences, using your own intelligence and the knowledge you've gained. Be grateful for the lessons your friend has provided, even though they were unasked for. "Move forward," the monk continued. "Embrace the challenges. Don't give up. Time will change, and no matter how difficult it seems now, it will pass. The most important thing is to stay alive to see that change. Once you find success, your friends and family will no longer boast of their achievements, but share their own failures, hoping to help you avoid their mistakes. Use your intelligence to navigate those experiences. They are not trying to make you happy, they are hoping to see you suffer." Rohan, reflecting on the monk's words, said, "O venerable one, you are right. I am not living my life. My relatives and friends control it. They fill my life with both happiness and sorrow. But I have one question. When I started my business, I did it to make my family happy. I wanted to provide them with comforts and joy. Is it wrong to think about my family? I was doing everything for them, yet after the losses in business, they left me. What should I do?" The monk smiled again, and Rohan asked, "Why are you smiling? Did I ask something wrong?" The monk replied, "Everyone wants consolation when they make mistakes, and you are no different. We all crave praise when we do something good, and when we don't receive it, it hurts us deeply. We start to believe that everyone is selfish and only looks out for their own interests. But if you think you're doing something for your family, you're mistaken. You are doing it for yourself. If you constantly think you're doing it for others, you'll remain unhappy. However, when you realize that everything you do is for your own growth and well-being, you'll find a strange happiness and contentment. Keep working to improve your life, focus on your tasks, and you won't need anyone's approval to feel fulfilled." Rohan's transformation. Hearing the monk's words, Rohan said, "O monk, I understand now. Until today, my fate was in the hands of others. They painted it with colors of happiness or sorrow as they wished. But from now on, I will hold my destiny in my own hands, and no matter whether it's good or bad, I won't accept defeat." With a newfound determination, Rohan looked at the monk and asked, "I understand all your teachings, but can you give me something that can support me during the darkest times of my life? Something that can accompany me when I feel there's no way out?" The Buddhist monk handed Rohan a small box. "This box is very important," he said. "Keep it close. It contains a secret that can alleviate even the greatest sorrows and rescue you from the most severe calamities. Open it only when you feel there is no way forward, when everything seems meaningless." With these words, the monk departed, leaving Rohan with the box and a renewed sense of purpose. Determined to move forward, Rohan started having the courage to make something of himself, to change his life and his fate. He felt disappointed by everything he had experienced. One day, as he wandered lost in thought, Rohan noticed the small box given to him by the Buddhist monk. Opening it, he found a note inside that read, "Your life can change for the better at any moment. You may be rich or poor, but with courage, you can accomplish anything." Reading the note, Rohan felt a renewed sense of hope and courage fill him. The words ignited a spark within him, reminding him that his circumstances did not define him. With newfound resolve, he decided to keep pushing forward, to pursue his dreams no matter how bleak things seemed. And so, Rohan embarked on a new journey. He faced life with renewed strength, knowing that the key to changing his life lay within himself. As we come to the end of this Zen journey, the Inspa Zen team would like to express our deepest gratitude for your incredible support throughout this journey.